Thank you for tuning in to Terry Swift Videos. This is my top 10 list on the greatest white R&B singers of all time. Now, when a white person sings R&B, it's classified as blue-eyed soul. And blue-eyed soul first became popular in the early 1960s with the Righteous Brothers when they came out with that hit record, Unchained Melody. And it spun off a generation of blue-eyed soul. Now, I've done different top 10 lists on R&B music. R&B is my favorite music. I don't care who's singing it. And if you watch my videos, I'm gonna do future top 10 videos on different types of artists. Now, starting off my list is Lisa Stansfield. Lisa Stansfield has been in the business for over 30 years. And I first heard of her when she appeared on the Apollo in 1989.
1,000 times you made me cry, but you know I love you. Yes, you know I love you.
Coming in at number 9 on my list is Joss Stone. Now, Joss Stone has been in the business for 20 years. She's had several platinum selling albums, but she's more popular in the UK than she is in America. But this woman's voice is amazing. She can sing her ass off.
Not so long ago, he'd leaving on the midnight train to Georgia. On the midnight train, said he's going back to find a simpler place in time. Oh yes, he said he will, and I'll be with him on the midnight train to Georgia. On the midnight train to Georgia. I'll make you feel like you were the only man. I did not give you everything that a woman possibly can. Each time I tell myself that I just had enough, take another little piece of my heart now, darling. Have another little piece of my heart now, darling. You know you got it if it makes you feel good.
Coming in at number 8 on my list is Joe Cocker. Joe Cocker is one of the greatest soul singers of all time, and he has the resume to prove it. He first started singing in the early 1960s, but he first started getting international recognition when he released the hit record With a Little Help from Friends. This was a cover of the Beatles song, and it went to number 1 in the UK. It made the top 5 in the US, and it went on to be his most popular song. But he's also had more number 1 hit records like You Are So Beautiful, Up Where You Belong. He's had a long, luxurious career. He passed away in 2014, but this man is a legend. He deserves a top 10 spot.
If you cut me, I'll go crazy. If you forget me, I'll go crazy. Your love, I love you. Oh, I love it so much. You gotta live like you say with nobody else.
Coming in at number 7 on my list is Dusty Springfield. Her career spanned over 50 years. She had several hit records. She's one of those singers where everybody knows her music, but most people don't know her name, especially in America. But she's more popular in Europe than she is in America. Her most popular song is Son of a Preacher Man. When I first heard this song in movies and commercials, I always thought a black woman sung this song. But this is actually the song of a white woman. She has a very soulful voice. Very soulful voice. And she's definitely a legend in the history of soul music. Dusty passed away in 1999 from cancer at the age of 59. She was definitely one of the pioneers in blue-eyed soul. But I'm not going to play her music in the video because her music has a lot of copyright in it, and I don't want to see the video get blocked. But she definitely deserves a top 10 spot on my list. Coming in at number 6 on my list is Sam Smith. Sam Smith is currently one of the top selling music artists in the world right now. He has an amazing voice. He's had several top 10 albums. He's had several platinum selling singles. And my favorite song by him is Dancing with a Stranger with him and Normani. I think they sing good together. I hope they record more songs in the future. But the reason why he's not higher on the list is because he's young. He's only 28 years old. I think he needs to accomplish more before he's at the top of the list. Coming in at number 5 on my list is Amy Winehouse. I believe Amy Winehouse is one of the most talented singers of all time, black or white. And if this list was solely based on talent, she would be number 1 on the list. The reason why she's not higher on the list is because her career didn't last very long because of her drug addiction. She died at 27 years old after only releasing 2 albums. And I think her boyfriend Blake is the person that ruined her life, because he's the one that got her hooked on drugs. If she would have never met Blake, she would still be alive and she would still be recording music. But this woman will go down in history as one of the greatest soul singers of all time, hands down.
He left no time to regret, kept his dick wet with his same old safe bet. Me and my head high and my tears dry, get on without my guy. We only said goodbye with the words, I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to her. I go back to us.
Coming in at number 4 on my list is Michael McDonald. His career has spanned over 50 years. And he started off singing in a band called the Doobie Brothers in the 1970s. And then he went solo in 1982. And throughout the 1980s and the 1990s, he had several platinum selling albums and several platinum selling singles. And he's always been one of the greatest soul singers of all time, and he deserves a top 5 spot. Coming in at number 3 on my list is Justin Timberlake. Now, when Justin first came out with NSYNC in the 1990s, I thought his career was going to be short-lived. I thought he was just another teeny bopper that wasn't going to make it. But he's proved me wrong every step of the way. He's had longevity. He's been in the business for over 20 years. He's had several platinum albums. He's had major success as a solo artist. And he's a legend. He's become a legend. Even Al Green has given him props. Al Green is the greatest soul singer of all time, and he's given Justin Timberlake his props. So he definitely deserves to be in the top 3.
Since we've been together, loving you forever is what I need. Be the one you come running.
Tied for number 3 is Tina Marie. Now, Tina Marie is one of the most well-respected white R&B singers of all time, because the majority of her fans are black. When Tina Marie was alive and you went to a Tina Marie concert, 99% of the audience would be black. She's the only person on this list where most of her fans were black. This is how well respected she was in the black community. Now, she started singing in the late 1970s, and then she had a lot of success in the late 70s and 80s. She had several number 1 songs on the R&B charts. Songs like Showbiz, Love a Girl, Encore. Most of her success was on the R&B charts and not the pop charts. This is how many black fans she had, when most of her sales came from the R&B charts and not the pop charts. And she's always going to go down in history as one of the greatest R&B singers of all time. She passed away in 2010 from natural causes.
Then give it up for Tina Marie!
Well, all right, you players, it's time to smoke. Well, I'm a fine, sexy little lady. I like my candy very sweet. I'm a classy little dame with sophisticated game, and I know all of the best restaurants to eat. You two are a mellow fella, and you're as rare as vintage wine. I'll take you any place, get into your time and space. That's why I chose to make you mine. Lady T is busting down on the phone. I wanna swing it to you, Lady T. I'm just a sucker for love, sucker for love, sucker for love. Lady T is busting down on the phone. Swing it, Lady T. I'm just a sucker for love, sucker for love, sucker for your love, babe.
Coming in at number 2 on my list is Adele. Adele is one of the greatest singers of all time, whether they be black or white. This woman's voice is amazing. And she's the highest selling blue-eyed soul singer of all time. She's sold over 100 million copies worldwide. She has 15 Grammys, 2 diamond selling albums. If you don't know what diamond is when you sell over 10 million records on one album. And she has 2 of them. Only Whitney Houston has more. And she's a legend, even though she's only 32 years old. But this woman is hands down one of the best singers of all time. She hasn't released any music in the last 4 years. She's become a stay-at-home mom, but hopefully she's going to release more music in the future. But she's definitely one of my favorite singers of all time. Unfortunately, Adele has all her music copyrighted, so I can't play any of her music in this video. Now, at number 1 on my list, the greatest blue-eyed soul singers of all time are the Righteous Brothers. The Righteous Brothers are hands down the greatest blue-eyed soul singers of all time. They created this type of music. The Righteous Brothers made some of the greatest love ballad songs of all time. You've Lost That Loving Feeling, Unchained Melody. These songs are played in commercials and movies 60 years after it came out. And you have YouTubers in their teens and 20s who are doing reaction videos to the Righteous Brothers music. They've had longevity unlike no other. And this is why they're number 1 on my list.
Whoa.